Greetings and blessings. So this is quite the time to be alive, as you might have noticed. And you're living in a simulation, and you are now realizing this. And what to do with this. Where to go from here? Where is here? Well, I've been putting off making this video for a while. Sort of find I've been silent in the conversation that is the world stage for a while. I did a podcast back in 2008, I want to say, called The Mystic Mind Podcast. And it's been about 10 years or so. Like to think I've grown a bit. And the world has definitely grown a lot and changed a lot. A lot's the same. I'd say most of all my beliefs have changed and shifted, and it's interesting to note the correspondence and world changes that possibly accompany personal belief shifts and changes. Maybe there's something to that feedback loop. But just wanted to get the conversation going again. Not really looking to be an influencer. Like, it's my core belief that there's only one self playing the role of the many forms, the wearer of masks, as it were, which you are. This is your dream. You ready to wake up yet? Are you ready to return to the fullness of yourself, the ever-present, eternal, undying, unstained you? I find myself often avoiding my own awakening for fear of ego death. The inability to contain the experience of awakening through storytelling, descriptions. And that's frightening for the ego. You know, I want to offer this as a potential aid, an elixir in overcoming that ego death fear. Well, the obvious thing is to resonate love in your heart and to make that journey from the head to the heart. You know, the part of your brain that's freaking out is really designed to keep you alive. I often talk to this part of myself and comfort it. You know, it's like a wounded, hurt child that needs love and encouragement. And I think this desire to kill the ego only perpetuates its existence. You know, it's like a phantom that's being fought, but really it's just your shadow. And so I offer this with love, and I just want to offer a naive optimism that everything's going to work out. It's hard not to critique that sentiment as being callous or insensitive, because there are people who are suffering in the world right now for whom it just seems inappropriate to be like, oh, everything will be fine, you know. But I think what is required is a letting go, and then ironically a sort of seizing of the wheel, or, you know, taking of the reins, that is aligning one's personal will with divine will. You know, it's like on that ego death threshold is reassuring one's self that, in my case, you know, Jesse's there too. You know, don't worry. In the oceanic bliss that is perfect union, you know, that little etched out creation that is this personal identity, it's contained in that. But this sort of self-serving desire for the self alone that has led us astray, I think, is dying. And that the old stories we've told ourselves about ourselves and the world are also dying. That being said, I think there's an importance to not throw the baby out with the bathwater with regards to I think there's a temptation to sort of throw off tradition as a whole as we sort of forge this new path into the future. But there is wisdom of the past and past traditions that I feel, shouldn't be thrown out in this blazing of, this new Aquarian age. And so, I want to offer prayers and just sincerest wishes for blessings in your life. I think that kindness is increasingly important, and that it's so easy to find reasons to cherry pick those who receive our love. Whatever your tradition of choice, I feel the one shines through the many. I'm sure there's something to the effect of love your neighbor, even love your enemies. And so, I'm here in San Diego, California, and there's so much going on politically, where people are butting heads and unable to find commonality despite differences. And I mean, this is the dream pushed to the max, us really forgetting not only that we're reflections of each other, but our divine origin. I was recently imparted with the symbolism of the color purple as a combining of red and blue. And here you've got, Coke and Pepsi, red pill, blue pill, Democrat, Republican, these polarities, but that if you marry these together, sort of sacred union, then you get purple. And so I've been trying to embrace the 0 point, embrace the purple, don't collapse the waveform. Be the witness, not the victim of the drama life. Who's this guy I've been vibing with? Is it Shunyamaya? Is that his name? Advaita Vedanta teacher on YouTube. His stuff is gold. But, I'll be honest, I can't help but get that nagging, wake up, reading or watching those things. But that's the work that must be done. But again, you're already there, and the dream is the illusion. The awakening is not. So just let it unfold. Let it happen, as Tame Impala says. I think I've covered what I wanted to in this initial video. Not planning on doing a bunch of edits. I want to keep these videos, under 10 minutes ideally, because I know if your attention span is anything like mine, it's just there's only so much you can digest at a time. I think baby steps. That's, one of my mantras of late. And so, wishing you a Merry Christmas. It's the rebirth or the birth of the Christ within. And I hope that you're able to share love with loved ones to whatever degree you are, comfortable or feel safe doing. And I'll be in touch with you guys soon. Many blessings.